Hello and welcome to my 2024 BAFTA Television Awards overview. This is where I will be giving my predictions for the awards going in, whether they came out with the same awards. Please, if you have won the awards and are watching this, which I highly doubt, but if you are, and I do pronounce your name wrong, please don't be insulted. And if anyone else who knows the people, let me know in the description. I will only be saying the names of my prediction and the one who won. I won't be naming everyone, but I will be naming the shows that they're all from and things like that. So let's get straight into it. Now, the ceremony, I am not going to go out of my way to research everyone who was nominated for television awards. Excuse me, I'm more of a film awards person. But this, I should be able to sit down, know who's been nominated, know who's won by the end of it. Alright? And I should, especially in certain categories. So, we'll be touching on later the awards that were missed or were presented earlier in the evening, but then sort of put in the big compilation, which is bound to happen. But, I don't know, maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll explain more when we get to that bit. Right, so then, the event started off with supporting actress, with actresses from Happy Valley, The Last of Us, Top Boy, Succession, and 2 from The Crown were nominated, which in itself is incredible to get 2 from the same show. Now, whether that is just the fact that... Sorry, I've got my notes here, I'll pop them over here, closer to the camera. So whether that's to do with the show itself, which it probably is, or due to the fact that they put in great performances, I don't know. I've not watched this year's season of The Crown yet. I will get around to it at some point, don't worry. But my personal... See, this is what I mean where I'm definitely going to butcher someone's name. We have Siobhan Fineran from Happy Valley. That was my nomination prediction, because Happy Valley was such a big thing this year. They went in with so many nominations. I presumed that they'd come out with the big 3: leading actress or actor, supporting actor or actress, and best whatever best show it was up for. And that's why I put that one down. I didn't watch Happy Valley because I'd not watched the original series. I probably should have done. I might do through the course of the year. If I do, keep in with some of my other videos, I'll probably mention it in there. But this, for me, was a huge disappointment when we found out that Jasmine Jobson won from Top Boy again. A show I've not seen. I think that was on Apple TV Plus, so I probably won't be watching that because I'm not on Apple TV Plus. But it seemed like a good show from the clips that we'd seen throughout the night, and yeah, I think based off of what I'd seen, she must have been, well, obviously she must have been really deserving for it, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whether I don't have a great setup here today. I'm sorry. We'll see whether we end up in, we'll see where the actress goes in the future. Normally, award nominations themselves are enough to secure a person on for a lifetime of great accomplishments. Up next was supporting actress, where we had nominations from Happy Valley, The Sixth Commandment, The Crown. Who names a show this long? A Murder at the End of the World. Are you trying to murder us? Succession and Slow Horses. Now, personally, as someone called Matthew, I was immediately attracted to the name Matthew McFadden. Names. Name your people properly. So I highlighted them all. Don't you think it's nice? We'll get to the rest of them later. Do I think Succession was a great show? Have I seen it? No. But based off of what I see, it looks like a good show. This person has a brilliant name, and that's enough for them to get a good score in my books. But yeah, I think they were really deserving of the award from what I'd seen in the award ceremony itself. Up next was entertainment. Now, entertainment normally involves things like, actually, I don't even know what's normal. Well, the top two are normally in there: Michael McIntyre's Big Show and Strictly Come Dancing. I'm just trying to think what else is normally in entertainment. Normally, like Britain's Got Talent, The Voice. Yeah, I don't even know what to say now. There's normally some other shows in here. There were only 4 nominations in this category. I was quite surprised by the limited number. But personally, I thought Michael McIntyre has been going for so long. Yes, the show is all rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. But it's a great show. It's really funny. We all have a laugh going in. We all have a laugh going out. So when Strictly Come Dancing came out as the winner, I was a bit like, okay. Albeit, I didn't watch this year's. I think I started boycotting them this year after a little bit of anger from the opening episode. But the other two in the other two nominated shows, Hannah Waddingham, Home for Christmas, and Later with Jules Holland, I didn't watch. I'm presuming they were like Christmas, New Year type things. I have no idea what they are. That in itself is not good for an awards ceremony, and the clips were not great. So, yeah, this is the one where you're going to see my paper turning because I've got it starting here and finishing up here on the other side. So, yeah. And then we had comedy entertainment. It's all a category about comedy shows, which is why I'm surprised Michael McIntyre was in the regular entertainment one. I don't know what they do to distinguish the two. So, yeah. But up in this one, up for comedy entertainment was Late Night Lycett, Would I Lie to You, The Graham Norton Show, and Rob and Ramesh vs. Turn back around. My nomination for this that I thought was going to win was Would I Lie to You. It's a show that's been going a long time. Again, tried and tested formula. Show I've watched a few times. A show I really enjoy watching. A show I think is really funny. Comedy entertainment. And I often find myself in stitches coming out of it. But that's one where it's all about the contestants. If you have bad contestants, you're going to have a bad episode. The winner was Rob and Ramesh vs. Of course, Rob and Ramesh presenting the evening, then having to collect their award, and then walk off, and put it somewhere, and then start. Anyway, it's always great, especially when giving the opening speech, they said, Ramesh said something like, you either have to sit us with an award or watch us get really depressed or something like that, which is nice. Sorry, you're not in a great position today. I did say that before. There we go. But they're a great group. From what I've seen in the From what I've seen upon their presentation of the BAFTAs, they are definitely a good duo. They definitely work well together. And I personally think that... Right, okay. I do apologise for all this. I'm not very organised at the moment. Right, I guess I'll just have to do this. They seem like a nice group. They seem like the kind that would make a good show. I don't know what the show was about. I think it was some sort of travel show. But it seemed like a good show from the clips. It looks like it was a load of fun. And I think, what was the clip that they showed? Don't believe the press about the BAFTAs. Worth a watch if you didn't watch the live coverage. But yeah, that is definitely something that you're going to have to acknowledge all the time. Up next was sports coverage. This, for me, is a bit of a weird one, the way they do it. Of course, because you can't judge the the coverage of like a full sporting event based off of one. Like, you have to watch the whole sporting event for it to make sense. So, like, the sports coverage, the nominations were the Cheltenham Festival Day 1, Match of the Day Live FIFA Women's World Cup 2023, or Wimbledon 2023 Men's Final. Now, immediately, Match of the Day Live FIFA Women's World Cup 2023, is that just the final? Is that the whole coverage of the FIFA 2023 Women's of the 2023 Women's World Cup? I'm not saying the whole thing. I cannot bring myself to. But the other two seem very constricted to one day, one match, one event. And that to me seems a bit like, well, are we judging them all the same? Or are we judging football differently because it's football? Personally, I said that Wimbledon 2023 Men's Final should win. It's the one I watched. I like a bit of tennis. I enjoy watching it. Of course, it went to the Cheltenham Festival, which is probably something to do with the fact that the Queen passed away not that long ago, and we're still honouring the Queen's memory, and the Queen loved horses. The Queen adored her horses. It probably has something to do with that. I don't want to say that the BAFTA committee are only picking it because of the Queen, because I imagine that it was a good coverage to win. I don't know. Anyway, up next we had... I'm sorry, if you hear that, it has just started raining outside, like cats and dogs. So if you can hear something, it's probably just rain. Like, don't be too concerned. Up next was male performance in a comedy. Again, I'm only going to name the show. I am not going to name the person for all of them, because we'd be here all day with me trying to pronounce names, okay? So we had Good Omens, Juice, Brassic, Dreaming Whilst Black, Black Ops, A Whole Lifetime with Jamie Demetrio? Do not ask me how to pronounce names. Thank you. So, I personally said David Tennant. He was up for Good Omens. Now, David Tennant is still yet to be an award-winning actor, but he is a critically acclaimed actor, of course playing Doctor Who, something that not everyone can do. My hand was getting tired. I don't have my stand with me. Wait, one sec. I might have my stand. I'll just be a minute. Okay, so I found my stand. You're on my stand now, alright? Save my arms, okay? So, David Tennant, still, of course, yet to be an award-winning actor, yet to win any kind of award. He presented the BAFTA Film Awards earlier this year, commented on it. Last year, he gave out an award with Catherine Tate. Catherine Tate saying, "Oh yeah, I've won 7 awards. How many have you won?" None. You know, that kind of thing. You know, what? David Tennant's not won any awards? I know. David Tennant yet to win a BAFTA. Crazy, but I was really hoping for him for Good Omens. You see, I've not watched any of these, which in itself probably puts me at a bit of a loss for what I should pick. It didn't. I picked David Tennant. It was a name I knew. It's someone I know from shows in the year. Of course, Doctor Who. If you watch my Doctor Who reviews, I'll probably link them on the screen along with some other things during the process of the video. But you gotta admit, David Tennant deserves far better than what he's been getting. Like, he deserves to win an award. Of course, it went to... I apologise for butchering the name. Marwan Rizwan? Riwan? Rouse that. We'll go with my first one. Marwan Rizawan. Thank you for picking such an obscure name, BAFTA. From Juice. Thank you so much. Anyway, again, the scene, I was a bit like, okay, you know, I was a bit indifferent towards it. When David Tennant came up first, I was a bit like, oh, David Tennant, okay, but that was fine. Of course, I am not going to judge anyone for picking them. If you like the show, you like the show. I know little about it. Please let me know something about it in the description. Comments. Whatever. Thank you. Up next was female performance in a comedy. Again, I'm not going to be great with names here, so apologies. We have, in this category, Black Ops, Extraordinary, The Lovers, The Change, Extraordinary again, and Hull Raisers. That seems right, Hull Raisers. Now, for this, I said Sophia... Why couldn't I pick the other one? Sophia Oxenham from Extraordinary. Please correct my pronunciation of names. I need it. Now, I picked this one because Extraordinary was the one of the Disney Plus shows. No other reason. It's just a show that I may well end up getting to watch at some point in my life. So that's why I picked that one. Of course, it was won by... good God. Geminisola Ikumelo. I can pronounce the last name. Ikumelo. We have progressed. They were, of course, from Black Ops. I know, again, very little about it. From what I've been told, it's a good show. Next, factual entertainment. This is one where I have to say, a lot of these I wouldn't call factual. I mean, they are, but like, when I think factual entertainment, I don't think some of these. Anyway, in the nominees were Portrait Artist of the Year, Celebrity Race Across the World, Endurance Race to the Pole, and The Doghouse. Okay. Okay. God. I said Portrait Artist of the Year because it says factual entertainment. For me, factual entertainment has to include facts. To me, Celebrity Race Across the World does not scream, "We are giving facts." Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. It's something I know very little about. Therefore, Celebrity Race Across the World. Now the next one is the memorable moments one. This, of course, comes from the sponsor of the awards night. Now, for the television awards this year, because it will be someone different next year, don't lie to me, it definitely will. We have P&O Cruises. Nice group. Again, I'm not going to say I know very little about them. I know quite a bit about them. A nice cruise group. Not done a cruise with them. Would like to at some point in my life. P&O Cruises seems like a nice group. You know, helps to bring money for the BAFTA Federation so we can keep going, get awards nights like this, get them on the BBC instead of ITV. You know, small things. And now the memorable moments is all about things from the year that we are supposed to remember, things where we go, oh yeah, I remember that when I was a child, in a couple of years' time. Now, up first was Nzuti Gatwa's announcement in Doctor Who, from Doctor Who. Interesting one. I remember this so well because I remember him being on the red carpet of the BAFTA Television Awards last year, walking down and then him doing an interview with someone and then going, I will be playing Doctor Who. That I remember so vividly. I then remember the Twitter explosion where people going, oh my god, he's playing the Doctor, you know, everywhere. And then I remember watching a video from Who Culture, great channel. You guys do such great work helping to bring the mess of Doctor Who everywhere. And that to me is brilliant because I remember that from the year so much more than I remember the winner, and that is not me trying to be rude to the winner. Up next was the Happy Valley finale and the explosion everywhere. When I say Happy Valley is a show I haven't watched, it's a show I haven't watched, but I remember people from church and people from like down the street and people from school and everywhere, people going, oh my god, Happy Valley, and I was like, oh, okay, Happy Valley, I remember it. Next page, not that page, this one. Then it was David and Victoria Beckham's argument. I'll be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. It was from Beckham, which is on Netflix if you're interested in watching it. Next up was The Last of Us Pride relationship. The Last of Us. What a thing to have happen. Again, not watched The Last of Us. I put Pride relationship because that's what it seemed to be on the day when I was writing it. But yeah, it seems nice. And then, again, a show I've not watched. But I understand why it's not won, because I didn't know about it until today. But the blind child that played the piano, that is incredible. And that, of course, is from The Piano, presented by Claudia Winkleman. And then the Succession death story, which is what it seemed to be to me, from The Succession. Again, a show I've not watched, a show I know very little about. Now, the award winner, by no surprise to the masses, was the Happy Valley finale, Happy Valley. I'm just going to scoot you up a bit. Now, Happy Valley is something that you can probably talk to your nan about and she'll be like, oh yeah, I love Happy Valley, what do you think, love? Or you can watch it with your mum and your mum will be like, oh yeah, I love Happy Valley. And you can talk about it with everyone. Everyone knows Happy Valley. That's why it's won. Nzuti Gat was casting as the Doctor. Many people didn't know about until like the day of like either Christmas, and like Christmas is the day that most people knew. His announcement as the Doctor was in March. Oh, like maybe a little bit like, maybe not March, it might have been like June. How do I know? It'll be May. In 2023. And many people didn't find out until December 2023. That's about 6 months. It's not brilliant. That's why it hasn't won. But for those who did know, yeah. And of course, that whole award is just us acknowledging the news coverage of programmes, BBC News, Lorraine Kelly, that sort of thing. We'll come back to her later, actually pretty soon. Up next is single documentary. This is yet another one that I got correct. Proud of myself. Anyway, most of, in fact, all of these I haven't won, but I picked one based off of the person who it was about and the connection that a lot of people have to her. Now, I put down. Now, the nominees were Ellie Simmons, Finding My Secret Family. Oh, God. Vigerian Tomic, The Spider-Man of Paris. How far away was that? Hatton or David Holmes, The Boy Who Lived. Now, of course, I went for the winner, which was Ellie Simmons, Finding My Secret Family. Ellie Simmons is someone who was in the public eye for so long. She was a big part of the Paralympics and is no longer part of the Paralympics, having entered retirement as far as I know. But to me, she's still a recognisable face, whether, like, if I saw her walking down the street, I'd know who she was. The rest of these, I don't have a clue. So that should be enough. Next was the special award given to Lorraine Kelly for her years of service. And this is where I say, thank you, Lorraine, thank you mean so much to us. And she gets a blue award and she can go and sit down. And then explain how she got so far, and we get to see the highlights of her career. What did they say? 50-year career, something like that, which is incredible. It was probably 40 years. But still an incredible achievement. But, again, do I know who the other nominees of the special award could have been? No. Will I ever know? Absolutely not. So that's a bit, if you know what I mean. Anyway, up next after that was the awards presented earlier in the programme. There's two of these, so we're getting deja vu in a little bit, okay? Okay, we'll start with short form, which went to mobility. Then we had specialist factual, which went to white nanny black child. Factual series, which went to Lockerbie. Reality, which went to Squid Game the series. Live event coverage, which went to the Eurovision Song Contest 2023, and limited drama, which went to The Sixth Commandment. Let me say this. Why have we skipped live event coverage? Why have we skipped reality? These are two of the biggest awards that get given out, and we've skipped them. Like, that caught me off guard. But, anyway, either way, I'm never going to know who else was up in this category. I'm also not going to know what's meant by short form. But more than that, the really annoying part for me is that I wanted to know who else could have been up in live event coverage. Of course, like, it's going to go to Eurovision. Eurovision was huge. But could it have gone to the proms? Or could it have gone to, like, I don't know, the coronation? I honestly don't know what else it could have gone to. Of course, Squid Game The Challenge, I will never condone. Because in my opinion, number one, it shouldn't be in English. It should be in Korean. And number two, it shouldn't exist. In my opinion, that show should have been contained to the show, and the idea of turning a show about murdering people into a game show just seems a bit too, like, we've gone a little bit bananas. But anyway, drama series is up next. The nominees were Top Boy, The Gold, Slow Horses and Happy Valley. Of course, like I said before, I expected Happy Valley to come out with quite a few awards, so I slapped down Happy Valley as my prediction. Boy, was I wrong. The answer was Top Boy. Wow. Did I expect it to be like that? No. Next, scripted comedy. We have Such Brave Girls, Dreaming Whilst Black, Extraordinary, Big Boys, and I think, yep, that's it. Now, I again went with Extraordinary, something I may well end up I'm going to have to watch it now, aren't I? Something I may well end up watching on Disney Plus, and the reason I picked it is just that. It's on Disney Plus. I'm presuming Disney are picking the best of the best because it's Disney. Clearly not. The winner was Such Brave Girls, a show I've not watched, I have no intention of watching, and don't know where I can watch. Now then, here we have more awards presented earlier. How wonderful. This is where you end up seeing my side eye a lot. Anyway, International went to Class Act, Current Affairs went to the oh, good God. The Shamima Begum the something story, This World. News coverage went to Inside Gaza. Daytime went to Scam Inspectors and Soap, My Baby Casualty. Now, soaps, I can probably guess what was up in the category. But soaps, I shouldn't have to guess. I should be able to go, yes, that's going to be like, I should be able to watch it and go, yes, EastEnders, Coronation Street, Hollyoaks, Casualty wins. Bye-bye, EastEnders, see you next year. Casualty can win again next year. Longest running hospital drama in the world, and it deserves it. Why are we glossing over soaps, news coverage, current affairs? I mean, some of these are like big awards. And the reason we're glossing over them is because we're having these brilliant artists in the middle. Cut it. Leave the artists to the people who are there in person. We, the viewers on the BBC, deserve to watch this. Will it happen next year? No, because they make more money if they have some form of entertainer on the BBC. So, there you go. Up next was the BAFTA Fellowship. What an award. I love the BAFTA Fellowship. I think it's brilliant. The BAFTA Fellowship is gorgeous. I think just the whole idea of it, it's iconic. I think that should always be there. And by giving it to Baroness Fluella But Berriman? Like I said, names are not my best suit. Fluella Berriman, I think is how you pronounce her name. She's good. She's a great person. And more importantly, she deserves it. She got us the BAFTA Children's Award. She is the reason that we have the BAFTA Children's Award. Thank you so much, Fluella. And of course, from that, she'll end up going on to do great things. And probably so much more. Now, up next we have entertainment performance, which is just, yeah, it's basically the presenter award. Excuse me. And anyway, I'll run through the shows. You should pretty much be able to figure out who the presenters are from all of them. So we have Late Night Licet, the Eurovision Song Contest 2023, Big Zoo's Big Eats, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Robin Romesh VS, and Graham Norton Show. Now, as a long-term viewer of the BAFTAs, British Television Awards, BBC News, I know full well every year on year, Ant and Dec go into the BAFTAs, the British Television Awards, any award ceremony for TV. They sit down, they wait about 2 hours. It gets to their award for best presenter of an entertainment program, something to that extent, and then they get up, collect the award, and then put it along with the collection that they've got growing in their cupboard. Now, this year is the first year in my memory where they've not won it. Wow. I was surprised by that. I didn't go for who I think deserves it because I went for who I think will win it in my predictions, and when they didn't win it and Joe Lycett won, I went, oh my lord. That is something that doesn't happen very often, and we should be remembering this. What date was it? The 13th? No, that was yesterday. The 12th of May 2024 as an iconic weekend where we finally saw Ant and Dec dethroned. Congratulations. Congratulations so much to Joe Lycett from the Late Night Lycett Show. You should be so proud of yourself for beating Ant and Dec in an award that has never been won by anyone else for about, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, something like that. It's a long time. Now we have leading actor for this. Again, if you watch the programmes, you'll be able to figure it out. I'm going to read the shows. You've seen how bad I am with names. Alright. Right, we have Top Boy, The Crown, The Lazarus Project, The Reckoning, The Sixth Commandment, and Succession. Did I say The Crown? Right, let's go through it again. I don't care if I've said them all. I'm going through them all again. Top Boy, The Crown, The Lazarus Project, The Reckoning, The Sixth Commandment, and Succession. There you go. Now then. Dominic West in The Crown. I didn't watch the most recent season, as I've mentioned earlier, but I did watch his first season. And boy, was he good. He was really, really good and really deserving of the award, and he did present an award earlier in the evening, so to show now he's not leaving the ceremony having done nothing. Ant and Dec, you have now left an award having been sat there for 4 hours doing nothing. Congratulations. Now, Dominic West, congratulations. You did not win. The winner was Timothy Spall for The Sixth Commandment, a show I've not watched, a show I have no intention of watching unless someone watching this video decides to tell me it's absolutely incredible and that I should watch it or risk dying, I might do. Anyway, it was a huge surprise not to see a popular show, the popular long-running show in leading actor this year. But that's all made up for in the next and final category, leading actress. Not only did we have a famous actress from film and television in the running, we also had the big show of the year. Again, running through shows, you should know the leads if you care that much. If not, whatever. Up was Happy Valley, Demon 79, The Black Mirror, Best Interest, The Sixth Commandment, The Last of Us, and Nolly. I will be talking about 2. My prediction was, of course, that Sarah Lancashire would win for Happy Valley, like she did. It was inevitable. The big show of the year was going to win everything, but it didn't. So by the time we get to this point here, and it's only won for the stupid one about best moment, you know. Is that what it's called? It's not on this piece of paper, is it? It's on my other one. I'm not getting it. Anyway, Sarah Lancashire deserved it for this one. Honestly, it was good. It was a really good performance. But she should be so much more. She should be more proud when you consider the fact that she was up against an actress from the big screen, from cinema, of Helena Bonham Carter from Nolly. You know, you can't make this stuff up. This is what, to quote Disney, this is what dreams are made of. This is incredible. And that, of course, brings us to the end of the 2024 BAFTAs. If you'd like me to continue this next year, please let me know. And of course, consider watching all of the videos on the channel. I'll see you in the next one.